Hello everyone, welcome to the special talk series. Our today's guest is Shri Santosh Hurlikoppi. Santosh is a successful IT entrepreneur from Hubballi in Karnataka. Being successful is not the only adjective that makes him stand apart from other industrialists. There are other qualities too. For him, the ultimate goal of business is to give a sustainable livelihood to all and finally achieve the universal happiness. This motto of his life makes this young industrialist to carve a niche for himself in the society through various charity initiatives. He has been offering financial assistance, education, training, and jobs to the helpless and meritorious students. Apart from heading NS Infotech, an information technology firm which has its head office at Aryabhat Tech Park in Hubballi, he is also working as the chief mentor of Friends Union for Energizing Lives, which stands for FUEL, which is a non-governmental organization. The FUEL, formed by like-minded entrepreneurs under the able leadership of Ketan Deshpande, believes that skilling is the future of India. In an exclusive talk, Santosh speaks about how the skilling will help empower industries and how it will empower the poor families by providing them jobs and a sustainable income. He believes that if tapped rightly, the skilling will help India emerge as the economic power in the world.
Hello everyone, my name is Santosh Hurlikoppi. I am the chief mentor to FUEL, and we are a non-profit working in the area of education and skill development. Prior to this, I have been involved in IT sector, investments in startups and various other education initiatives. Under FUEL, we work primarily on coaching, scholarship and future skills, which is a new area technologies addressing Industry 4.0. And today I'll just give my little background before I go deep into the need for skill development. I graduated from NIT Surathkal in mechanical engineering way back in 1997. Immediately after that, I got a job which is a campus job in Bajaj Auto. It's a two-wheeler manufacturing company and also a three-wheeler manufacturing company. I worked for a brief time there and really learned how the shop floor runs, and in fact that was my first experience of skill versus a formal education. What I could witness on the job at the Bajaj Auto on the shop floor is that whatever engineering we were studying, including the premier ones like NITs, when we goes to the shop floor, it's a totally different world. There the skill is important. Whether I am able to produce a two-wheeler in a shortest span of time with high quality and with ways of new industrial technologies was more of a concern than whether I know thermodynamics or any of the mechanical subjects. So to give further my background, post Bajaj Auto, I moved on into more on entrepreneurship role. Briefly, we started a mechanical industry along with many of friends in Bangalore, but for some reason it was a big setback. We could not take off. Industries were not doing that great in those days, and I shifted my focus towards IT and BPO services. In 99-2000, we set up a company called NS Infotech Limited, which is a company into IT and back office services, and along with my brother, we started this in Hubli. In those days, Hubli as an IT destination was not at all on anybody's radar. In fact, my bankers told that if you want loan, you have to set up this in Bangalore, not in Hubli. So, however, I'm born, brought up in Hubli, maybe affinity towards Hubli, and looking at a long-term vision, we started in Hubli. We were the first ITES company in Hubli, and in fact, we have a lot of firsts in Hubli, including basic things like high speed internet. We were probably the first customer to have in Hubli. We ran this company very successfully, and it is still running, and we have a large center in Hubli and also a center in Bangalore and Pune. And post during this journey, I was in USA for almost 7 to 8 years. I went and did some programs in management. I completed master's program from Canada. Then I did a program in Wharton Business School, which is a premier MBA school in the world. That kind of gave me a lot of boost and morale, and encouraged me to look at world in a different way. And I had to come back to India for a good, I can say, in way back in 2007-8 kind of a time frame. And I happened to meet Desh Deshpande, the founder of Deshpande Foundation, and one time he was the richest NRI in America, very successful. And during my interaction with Desh Deshpande, we have the concept of entrepreneurship for business people, because Deshpande Foundation was focusing on social entrepreneurs. So I convinced somehow Desh Deshpande that we need to tie the Indus entrepreneurs set up in Hubli, and it was a little challenge initially to gather people, momentum, but I was the founding president, and glad to say that over the past 10 plus years, TIE has more than 500 members and has impacted immensely not just Hubli but overall North Karnataka region. And being a founding president, it's always a proud feeling that we contributed this to our region. I had an opportunity to meet Ketan Deshpande, who was a Deshpande fellow at Hubli, and he had this concept of career counseling for the underprivileged youth. It's a non-profit initiative which he had come, and he was just 19 years, and he had presented in a business plan competition of TIE, and I happened to be the judge of that competition, and he won the competition, and our relationship converted into mentor-mentee relationship. Over 10 years now plus, we have traveled, recently we calculated, more than 25 lakh kilometers across the globe, and impacted over 10 lakh youth in various forms in career counseling, coaching, skill development, future skills, and other areas. Why I'm saying this is, this all started by young Ketan, has kind of impacted so much across the nation, now going across the globe. It is, I would say, the skill. It is not a formal education, probably would not have done this. So I am coming towards skill development now, and saying this, that skill development becomes that much more important than a formal education. In fuel especially, we over the past 10 plus years, we have seen that whether it is vocational skills, when I say vocational skills, it is like retail, healthcare, IT, ITES, and basic skills of beauty, wellness. These skills, even Government of India established National Skill Development Corporation under our current Prime Minister Modi ji. It was very well taken and scaled. But what we found is vocational skills alone is not enough. So Fuel started working in future skills, and what we identified are artificial intelligence, IoT, big data, machine learning, 3D printing, digital marketing. Some of these areas we found that these are the future jobs where it will be. So what we did, we went to tier 2, tier 3 colleges of AICTE approved institutes, approved by the universities, and then we partnered with them, partnered with the corporate CSR. We have large corporates who are supporting Fuel for in this initiative. And over a period of say last 4-5 years in skill development, both in vocational and future skills, maybe we have touched close to about 100,000 youth in India, across India I can say, and we are proud to be associated with Niti Aayog on this aspect for aspirational districts. We are proud to be associated with AICTE for Apex body which implements technical and management education. And overall, we see that skills along with formal education is the way to go. And we were invited to Germany, and Ketan and I presented a model of our Indian education system. And from the German side, where Bosch was the company which led this, and Bosch is known for skill development and various initiatives, there we found that they have something called cooperative university. What that means is the student selection is also done by the corporates on day one, and they undergo 50% of their training in academic framework and 50% in university, that is the industry framework. So this is a hybrid model where the student kind of gets exposure to both academia and industry, and most of the time the industry which is sponsoring this candidate is hiring him. So this model of cooperative university, we are bringing it to India now under Fuel Future Skill University, which is under implementation now. We have just started with the institute in Pune, and this is the model which India needs, because on one side we are in a situation where COVID pandemic has hit us big time. We are reading about job losses, we are reading about industry cut down, but there are sectors where industry is growing. Healthcare is growing, online marketing is growing, online business is growing, and some few other sectors are growing. So for these growing sectors, there is a need for manpower, but the regular education is not addressing this manpower requirement. The future skills, what I spoke of, artificial intelligence, IoT, machine learning, big data, digital marketing, all these skills are required to have these people ready for the jobs which are there. Where there is a gap, there is a millions of jobs which are there, but there are millions of people unemployed on the other side. The gap can be filled by giving importance to skill, not just like a short-term course, but I would say that from school level, we should inculcate skill as one of the things. The students should learn some skills. That skill can be converted into a full-time, career, and can be of great use. So, and in globally also, if you see, there is a requirement of manpower, and India with close to, I would say, 80 plus crores youth in the youth age, what we have people, are a big supply for the global world. So if our skills are not just for India, but we could be exporting these skills globally and also impact the economy in a large way. So our Prime Minister has a vision to take India to 5 trillion economy, which is currently at less than 3 trillion economy by 2025. I think it is possible. It is only possible by way of giving skills needed for the industry, and that should be inculcated both in our academic curriculum, made it a part of a mandatory process, and give them hands-on experience, so that when they move out in the industry, they see that there are not just one job, but more than one job for them. Also, this skill also can link to entrepreneurship. My passion always has been promoting entrepreneurship. As TIE president, as myself being an entrepreneur, this skill development probably is not limiting that I go and work for someone. This gives confidence that I can produce something, I can produce a product out of India, a service which is globally accepted, and so many things are possible just by having the right frame of skill development. And now the corporates under their CSRs have taken huge initiative of skill development, and since I am actively involved in Fuel and Fuel Future Skill University, I can say that way forward is skill and skill. So one more last point I would like to make is people who are already in the industry, who are working, what about them? They have to upskill and reskill, because maybe 10 years back I learned something and I was learning the latest technology, but in 10 years the technology is outdated. So my view is, for the youth, skill development of future skills, and for the working professionals, reskill and upskill on future skills. Over the last 10 plus years, under our Fuel initiative, we have impacted more than 100,000, that is 1 lakh youth on skill development and more than 9 lakh youth on career counseling and coaching and various initiatives. Out of this 1 lakh youth, I can say that more than 70% of them are either employed or self-employed or doing pretty good in their careers, and people whom we have done career counseling, coaching have successfully joined various higher education courses, government services and various successful career paths. Overall in Fuel, we have our head office in Pune, where we have a Fuel Future Skill Institute, and we have a large center in Hubli, that is in Aryabhatta Tech Park, because of our partnership with NS Infotech. And also we have centers which we call as nodes across the country. We have a large project going on in Jaipur, we have a project going on in Belgaum in Karnataka, Chennai, Hyderabad. Then our projects are there in Northeast. In UP we did a very large project in Banaras. So what we do in those places is we partner with AICTE approved institutes or universities and take infrastructure support from them, build centers and run from there. Currently we are focused on states like Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana and Rajasthan. Just before I conclude my talk on skill development, I really wish Ketan Deshpande, Mayuri Rajendra and entire team of Fuel founders and Fuel team for their next big step of Fuel Future Skill Institute and Fuel Future Skill University at Pune, and also have campus in Hubli and Dharwad region. And also we see that it's not just an Indian entity now, that Fuel has grown globally, and so I wish them all the very best to be one of the largest global organization on future skills. Thank you.